Hey everybody, it's Scott O'Mato back for episode 5 of my Heat and Climate Let's Play. And guys, look where I am. Crystal Crave. I'm in the desert here. I went over to a desert and I basically fell into this guy. There was a hole where I could see this ore through the hole, and it was floating sand. So I went to mine it or whatever and fell down into it. I was so hot in the desert that I was just trying to get underground. There's a village like right over here somewhere in one of those directions. I think there. It's just really hot in the desert to deal with, but actually our villager with our best trade is in that villager so far, or in that village so far, where I could trade him a box of onions for like 4 or 5 emeralds. So that's a really good trade. But anyway, we'll get our first diamonds here. This goes pretty deep. It goes below our level. Let's see if I can work my way through here. Just slightly. So if I go down to like this level, still going down right here, then I'll get that drowning effect. So I got to get rid of this lava. It'll get hot here. But I think there's some ore down there, right there. That's some kind of ore. And then there's the stuff around here. I don't know that I'll get it all. I don't need all this. There's some of these chests. I don't know that I've shown them on camera before, but they're from Charm. All right. And there was one up here that I got, and I got lapis and glass and some more gold out of that. But there's this one, which is just a common crate. I guess I'll just go ahead and open it. It probably won't have anything good in it. It has gunpowder, basically. I don't know if it had the sand or not. I don't think so. But anyway, I'm going to go through and grab some of this. Let's get diamonds on camera, our first diamonds. And then I'll mine this and meet you back at the area. I don't think I'm going to get all this gold and stuff. I can come back, but that gets our advancement for diamonds. So there's a few diamonds around. I'll probably grab those. Then I do want this jasper up here. I'll get the emeralds too, I suppose. But yeah, I'll get some of this jasper up here. There's a ravine over here. So this was a good find for us, guys. Anyway, I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I'm back at home base here. I got quite a bit of stuff. I got 4 diamonds, 16 emeralds, quite a bit of gold. Let's see. 50 gold. I might have had some already. And I got some new gems. All right, I found a black ore deposit. That ore that we saw was sulfur ore on the top and black ore at the bottom. So we got sulfur from that. We got large black ore from that, and then a couple gems from that. A swirl, I think it's how it's said, and an oil shale. Okay, so I also got some acacia wood, some cactus, some sand, some sandstone, all that kind of stuff. And so let me put up the black ore real quick, guys, just to get that out of my inventory, but I wanted to show you what I got. So we'll put that there. Put that down. Okay. And so in this episode, we're going to want to set up a system to do a furnace smelting and use our first conveyors. All right. So I'll put some of these gems and stuff up as well. Down here. Sulfur, I'll just put in here. It's getting pretty full. I'll pull out that steel I have. I have some brass too. Brass spindle. I should have the wrench on me. Okay, that should be good. Let's put these on the wall. Right here. Okay, and the oil shale. Okay, so that gets us in good shape. This is, what I've got so far. Okay, so let me check out the rest of my inventory and see what else. Let's put up like this stuff. Oh, I did get a new tree as well. That's the date tree, so that grows. That grows in the desert. All right, so it's a kind of palm tree type deal. So we'll put it over here. I'm going to move all this stuff. But I'm going to make a water garden out here. I've done a lot of cleanup, and I'm going to do a garden out here. You can see the wisteria and the grape is spreading. So I'm Gonna flatten this whole wall here and let that all spread and grow there. That'll look nice. Do a bigger thing of tea trees, and then I flattened all this here, and I flattened down here because we're going to build a house up here, maybe some in this episode, and then we're going to build a building down here, but we'll set up outside first. But for the winter, we're going to want a building, and then, you know, I'll make a Japanese garden out there, do some animals and stuff over here. But there's a huge lime deposit. You could see it on the map, like back here. Another one of those huge lime deposits is back there. So I was thinking I could use conveyor belts and stuff to pull the ore out of the ground and transfer it over here. There's mine shafts down here, so it's not going to work for slime farm. So I still need to go to the swamp. That's like one of the major things I need to do is go to the swamp. Over here, I've been cooking some food for the on the spit, so that should give us some remaining items. Let's see, they should be cooked. I think I get them out with empty hand. Yeah, so I cooked one of each meat. I haven't eaten a cooked meat yet, so let's do that real quick. Okay, and then I've been running lemonade inside of that the pot here. Okay, and again, the reason I said that you want to make 5 at a time is because it makes 200 millibuckets. And these hold 250. That's kind of weird. But to get 4 of them, you need, you know, to cook 5 at a time. All right, so let's get moving, guys. On the introduction here, let's see. So I got some wood, quite a bit. I got acacia that we'll use in building. All right. So let's go ahead now and look at making the items that we want. All right, so one of the major items we're going to make is these conveyor belts. All right, so the conveyor belts are steel ingots and a steel spindle. Steel spindles, wooden spindle, and 4 steel. All right, so let me get out my steel here. Okay, so we'll make the wooden spindle thing. All right, grab that, and then get the steel one. Okay, and we're in tier 2 stuff now for that. All right, and then the 8 conveyor belts is what it makes, so they're pretty inexpensive overall. I have more conveyor belts from logistical automation that will want to make those. See, there's vertical conveyors, there's some like sorters and all this kind of stuff. So I should be able to set up a cool little mine transfer system. That should be fun. I didn't anticipate that, but that should be a lot of fun. All right, so I got my dirt piles and stuff, Jasper, cobble, all that, and we'll be using some of those materials for building. But one more thing we want to make real quick, guys, to facilitate this setup is a thing called a heat exchanger. All right, the heat exchanger is 4 copper or 3 copper, some iron bars, which I do have. Yeah, okay, and a motor fan. All right, the motor fan's redstone, brass spindle, iron ingots. So let's get out the brass spindle. Yeah, I got it out. All right, so iron ingots. Don't have a lot. I may need to make some more. We'll see. And what else? Copper. I can make copper. I should have some dusts. They may be on the wall. Yeah, let's make our 3 copper ingots. I think I already got it made up. Let's do that real quick. So yeah, I've got 4. All right, let me grab those real quick. All right, and we'll smelt them. The dust, of course, you could process through a regular furnace, but we're going to make a furnace system that makes it automatic. For now, we'll put them in here. Or I'll just give it a piece of coal. I got quite a bit of coal. Okay, and we'll get that stuff ready. The heat exchanger is a really unique block, and it helps a ton in doing the automation. Let's see if we can't get some redstone out and do the motor fan first. Now, again, the motor fan can work as one of those bellows. Crazy cave sounds. But yeah, let me pull all this out. These cave sounds are insane. They are insane. And why am I getting cave sounds out in the open? Don't know that. All right, so let's go and sleep real quick, guys. And get these out. They should be done. Okay. And get this guy produced here. All right, we should have what we need. All right, so that's the heat exchanger, and it will, using torque, it will up the tier of a heat source. So if you give it 6 torque, it'll up it tier 1. You give it 32 torque, it'll up it tier 2. All right, so what that basically means is that if I look at something like again, the brass, because it'll show you the heat tiers. All right, so I look at that, and I the recipe is what I want for the use. Yeah, under the climate smelting tab, that'll show you, here's these things. We've gone over them before. But if I have something that's producing an oven temperature, then I can increase it by kiln with 6 torque, right, to kiln. I can increase it to smelting with 32, all right? So you can up it to that. That's pretty cool. And let's also look at making our first water wheels, all right? So the water wheel is like you expect. It works really well. We need to make this alloy spindle, and I do have some nickel silver. Let's grab that real quick. That's for the alloy spindle. That should probably give us an advancement. And then we'll look at the nickel silver. I actually got that from chests. But let's see. The nickel silver, it's a tier 2 metal. And it is, I can't see the recipe for it. Let's look at nickel silver. Recipe. Climate smelting. All right, so it's a nickel silver dust block, which is copper, 6 copper, 2 nickel, and a zinc. So we could easily produce that with those items that we have, but we did get some from some of the windmills, so we'll just use those for now. We'll be using quite a few of these water wheels. They're actually very useful because you can shut them off. All right, so let's get that made. Water wheel. Okay. And get the recipe for it. And, this guy. Okay, so we need another one of these wooden spindles. We're always using those to create any kind of spindles. Of course, it makes sense that a water wheel would have a spindle. So that'll make us this. Yeah, we get an advancement for that. All right, so let's go back into the crafting, and we should have what we need. Yeah, because it's just wood beyond that, so it's not very expensive to make. All right. Now, we do also want to make some dispensers to go along with these. I got redstone. Dispenser recipe is string. It's improved in here where the bow surrounds it, which makes a lot more sense than having to use a bow. That's kind of annoying. Let me make... I need the dropper. Let me make a few of these droppers, guys. What do I need? I need cobblestone. I don't have it. I dumped it out. Yeah, let's grab some cobble real quick. Okay, and produce these guys. I don't want to make a few of these. Let's see here. What was it take? What was I missing? Oh, I'm still in the dispensers. Let's make like 3, I guess. Okay, and that'll be fine. I'm gonna dump out all my goodies here. Okay, I'll just use this one. So emeralds and diamonds. That's pretty much it right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and make the dispensers then. Gosh, my inventory's full. All right, let's make I'll make a couple of them. We're gonna need them. Okay, inventory, add. Yeah, let's dump off the cactus and the acacia saplings. I'll get rid of the nickel silver I don't need. I don't need the iron bars now. That up. Okay. String. Okay, we should be good. Yeah. Okay. So another thing we want to make is a fire stand. All right. That's another heat tier item in this mod, and it produces kiln heat and requires no fuel, except that it uses rain or high humidity. I mean, it can be extinguished by rain or high humidity. We're going to bury it in the ground so it won't be a problem. You can use aluminum. I'm going to use iron, though, would be fine for that. So basically just 3 iron is all it takes. You light it with the flint and steel. All right, so that gets us some good items for the mod. Let's go down here and set up. Right down here. I got water. Again, I'm going to build out a building here because of the winter. It'll snow. So we want to make a structure. Let's see. Need bricks. I don't really need them. Well, I think technically I do, because if you're going to do furnace smelting, you have to have a tight condition. All right. So you do actually need to create tight. Now this over here, I left the top of it open in the middle, so it's not technically a tight circumstance. Now this, we will want it to be. Only got 3. I'm gonna run some more clay. Yeah. I'm gonna just run a lot of this clay. I'll be glad to get rid of the furnaces because, you know, they're really slow. Let's put up the clay that I need and grab some coal. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get this built. Guys, time is a-wasting, and we're probably going to push again. Try to get this built. Just a lot of things that I'm doing in between. So we want to start off by placing a water wheel. All right. And if we want to up the heat tier by 2, we actually need 2 water wheels. But we'll start off with 1 here. I'm not sure that'll give us actually the temperature that we need. We need smelting temperature. So, all right, the water wheel, you can place in a hole like that, all right? And then let me drink some of the lemonade. And from that, I get jump boost. So that's pretty cool. But let's see. All right, I don't have enough bricks, but probably enough to get started. So let's go here and here, back here, all right? And then I got 4, so I'll let some of those cook. That's not really enough. Then we'll dig a hole down in here. All right, and we're going to want to put the fire stand down. Let's see if I can eat it, get some of this food out of my inventory. Okay, let's see. Let's use the brass. All right, so we want to put the fire stand down by 2. All right, yeah, that's right, like that. And then we light it with the flint and steel. Flint and steel, where are you at, guy? Don't see it. Here it is. Kind of weird, it's yellow. All right, there, and that will give us, and it burns forever, as long as it doesn't get rain or high humidity. And we can get out our climate checker and see that it gives us a temperature of kiln, all right, kiln. So if we want to up that to smelting, all right, and really we do just need 1 water wheel, then we'll need to raise that, all right. Now we also need to make some of the brass spindles. It's the first time we've done that. We'll be able to use just the eye spindles for this. So basically brass spindle and 2 things. Let's get crafting down here for now. All right, and get these produced. So I just need to get out my brass. Okay. And you get 8 of them. So again, it's quite generous recipe. for what you're getting. We get an advancement for that. Put up the steel and all that. Put up the iron. Okay. All right. So these guys, you basically, which you'll take climate damage and stuff from that. And it's weird that the flames don't animate. I don't know if that's just the resource pack or whatever. But this is, you know, you can see the connection on here is red. So you want to go red to blue. Red is output, blue's input. And so you want to go to red to blue. Then you can hook another one up red to blue. All right. Now our trapdoors, we need some more. But trapdoors can be used to contain the water, like such. So you put them around. Actually, we don't need another one. That's good. So when we put in the water here, then it'll capture in the hole and the water wheel will spin. All right. So it's spinning clockwise in that direction and doing these shafts. All right. So now we want to put down the heat exchanger. All right. And again, from the climate checker, I showed that was kiln. All right. So if I put this guy down, I get another advancement and I need to get out my wrench. All right. The wrench will rotate stuff. And so by shift right clicking on it, I can rotate it. Let's do it from the side. All right. Yeah. You don't shift right click on that, I guess, to rotate it vertically. I'm going to get exploded. Don't sleep. Come on. Let's get some mobs out here. Don't want to deal. All right. Good. Yeah, nothing spawned. Okay. So now using that raises the temperature. Because it's 6 torque, it's actually 16 coming out of there. This guy only needs 6 torque. Then this raises that to smelting level. All right. So free energy from the fire stand. It won't go out, I don't think, because it's surrounded on all sides. I don't know if in the winter or something. Haven't done a winter in here. That's the reason why we need to make a building and stuff, because it's going to snow, all that around here. But basically, once we create the tight condition for that, again, I'm over time. Let's try to hurry. I assume, guys, if you're watching to this point, then you'll want to, you know, enjoy the content and see how we go with this, so you won't mind a little bit over time. So get my bricks. They're done. All right, I'll just do them down there. And we do need a tight condition. All right, so we'll need to put a roof on it. So I don't have to use a trap door. I won't. It's not that important. But you could see it from the top. Maybe I will do a trap door. Let's see. I don't have oak. All I've got is jungle right now. But that's fine. I'll do some jungle trapdoors. We use them in building anyway. So let's go through and make our bricks and take the bricks and make stairs from that. Okay. And then walls, I had 3, so I'll make another wall. I really don't want to use the jungle trapdoors for this, but again, I will use them in building. I do have some oak wood. Let's make some planks. I just think that in this texture pack, the oak trapdoors look cool. So let's grab those. All right. And so we'll put down our other, and keep in mind, we'll get damage from that. That's actually really hot. All right. So we'll do the same type of structure. And again, this is just enclosing the blocks around it for the space. Let's put a trapdoor in the middle here. You can see through it. We need it on top to create the tight space. All right. I didn't do that on the other one. Could have. It wouldn't have made a difference. For like brass smelting. Okay. There and here. We'll put one more right like that. Okay. Now we'll put the conveyor belt in there. All right, and the conveyor belts face away from you, or come towards you when you place them down. So you put that in there, and now that's going to create a tight condition. All right, and we need that for the furnace smelting. To do vanilla furnace smelting, it needs to be a tight condition. Actually, I need to place the trapdoors along here because these are still open air spaces. I can place a trapdoor over the top of the water wheel area if I can get the right spot, like that. Okay, and now that should be a tight condition. If you look at that, yeah, see, airflow tight. So the trapdoor controls the space. So now we just need a couple chests. See, my planks are right here. Okay, yeah, just a couple chests, one on each end. Like such. So an input chest and an output chest. Like that. Okay. And now we could do furnace smelting. So if I took cobblestone, for instance, okay, ran it through, you can hear it smelting. We can see it smelting up here. I can open this. As it passes through this tight spot over the heat, then it smelts and converts to stone immediately. So it'll do any furnace recipe. So running terracotta, running glass, if you have mass amounts of food and stuff, then that'll completely smelt. And guys, that is awesome. Again, it's free energy because of the fire stand and the water wheel. The water wheel, I can put a dispenser on top of it. Got one. That's the droppers. Let me get a dispenser. Okay. And then dirt. Just to go against. So I can put dirt right there. And I'm in the water, but it doesn't matter. And shift. That was right. Yeah. All right. And so that'll place the dispenser downward, and then I can put a bucket in there, and I made some stone so I can put a button on it, and then that can turn the water wheel off, and we'll and so we'll be using that trick over and over again to not have the dispensers run. Now I put it on the front here so it doesn't trigger the other trap doors. But see, now I can turn that off, and then when I turn that off, this will go back to kiln level, I think it was. Yeah, kiln. So it's this heat exchanger that's upping the heat based on the amount of torque. And again, we can take this to UHT temperature by adding another water wheel, which will give us the initial boost. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it. We pushed over. Jeez. But we got a lot done. We're really moving forward. I wanted to explain this stuff in detail and show you how to set it up because it's really, really cool. And I appreciate you sticking with me, guys. Hope you're enjoying the content. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions or questions or ideas or whatever. But we're having a lot of fun with this. Anyways, it's Scott O'Mato. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.